Hello and happy Sunday, everybody. It's Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. And we are back in the Casey Kitchen Center showroom because that was so much easier last week to have all of this room to move around in instead of the teeny tiny little area that I have at the loft. So we're going to try this for the next couple of weeks, and I needed 2 air fryers, not just one, but 2 air fryers for what we were making tonight. So I had to have the extra air fryers. So fingers crossed we're going to get some. Oh, yes. Thank you, Facebook. Thank you. Thank you. Hello, Marlene. If you are watching this with us live on Sunday, April the 26th, please say hi and hello. I love to say hello back. Y'all love to chat with each other. And if you are brand new with us, please give me a shout out because we would like to welcome you. It is Sunday, April the 26th. We are in the Casey Kitchen Center showroom here at 5902 Kingston Pike. Hello, Barbara. If you ever want to stop by and visit, we will be open again starting May the 5th, starting Tuesday, May the 5th. If it's not convenient for you, if you're out of town, I'll just tell you how from here. Hello, Marion from Pennsylvania. Hello, Irma. If you're watching this later, hello, Lisa. If you're watching this later on YouTube, thank you for all the hearts, Barbara. I can see that that's you. If you're watching this later on YouTube.com, it's just youtube.com/ search If You Have an Egg. And if you don't want to see the highs and hellos, or hear them, just go ahead and grab that little scroll bar and go on over to about 10 minutes. But otherwise, the rest of us are going to say hello. And hello, Kimberly. My Christy has snuck in. Hello, Joyce. Hello, Deborah from Frederick, Maryland. Hi, Tina. Hello, Carol Lou. Hello, Linda. Hi, Susan from San Antonio, Texas. Hello, Sandra from Dingman's Ferry. You always have to say that because otherwise I had no idea that it's you. Hello, Claudie. Hello, Roberta. Oops, Sandra's sneaking in. Hello, my Christy. Hello, Chris. Chris, how you doing? Chris has probably had a rougher year than the rest of us have, so just checking in. Chris, how you doing? Hello, Haley. Hello, Trish from sunny and hot California. So what is hot? What temperature is hot? Hello, Kim. Yeah, and my Christy says, hi, eggs. And hello, Katie from Minneapolis. Hello, Sandy from northeastern Kansas. So I've got 2 quick questions while we're letting everybody come in. Hello, Betty. First question is, hello, Vicky. Can you tell what the humidity is in Knoxville today based on the frizz factor? So we should have a frizz rating instead of a humidity rating because my hair will tell you almost exactly what the humidity is. Let's see. Hello, Vicky. Hi, Rosie. Hello, Sherry from Bettendorf, Iowa. Hello, Vicky. Hello, Kathy. Hi, Janice. Hello. Oh, Susan says she loves the care emoji. Aloha, Kathy. Oh, and Sandra wants to see the nails. So these are some that I stole from Casey. They were leftovers that she had, so you will have to. And Chris, I am so sorry. Chris is just not having a good year. So if everybody would give Chris extra hugs, extra hugs, she needs extra hugs. And Rosie says it is 77 in California. That's a little toasty. That's a little toasty for still being April. Hello, Lynn, and hi, Sherry from Connecticut. Hello, Marlene from Florida. Joyce says it's the same in Sarasota. Trish says 88 at 5 o'clock. That's toasty. Yeah, that is pretty toasty. Hello, Sherry. Hello, Juliet from Northern Kentucky. Juliet, is it your first time here? Hello, Leslie from Barrie, Ontario, Canada. Oh, Barrie. Barrie, Ontario. I feel like I've been close to there, maybe. I feel like I've been close to there. I've only been to Canada one time and I loved it, but I feel like I was close to there. Hello, Kathy from Iowa. Hello, Sandra from Houston. Oh, good. Y'all are giving out some hugs. Hello, Michelle from North Carolina. Thank you all for giving her big hugs. She's had a really, we all think we've had it rough the last month. Yeah, she's having a really rough year. Hello, Kimberly. It is 48 and raining in South Jersey. And Trish says it's 78. 78, not 88. How disappointing. That's still pretty toasty. And Leslie says that is north of Toronto. I'll have to think about where we were. Let's see. Hello, Donna. And don't forget. Oh, wait. Susan says it's pretty. My hair is pretty natural. So I think I'm just going to let it go. It's about the same color as my sister's hair, but I'm planning on when the red gets down to about right here, I'm going to tell everybody that I got a really expensive ombre. Not that I'm just being lazy after COVID and letting my hair grow out. But anyway, if you are brand new with us tonight, please let us know because we would love to welcome you. You see how much we love to welcome everybody. Lynn says it's 81 in Texas. That's ridiculous. It is just April. It's almost May, I know. But today is April the 26th. I am Kelly with IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. We are back in the Casey Kitchen Center showroom because last week first of all, I enjoyed having my buddies from Pedal Java here. Who liked that? Who enjoyed Pedal Java? I have had cold brew coffee every day this week, thanks to them. So thank you very much. Thank you very much for being here with us. Are they not crazy? They are absolutely crazy, but I love them. Ooh, yeah, I can't imagine that. I think they're like that 24 hours a day. Hello, Sandra from Naperville, Illinois. But anyway, I needed extra room to spread out. And that was super nice last week to have a little over 6 feet to spread out in instead of just my little teeny tiny spot that I have in the loft. And I needed 2 air fryers for what we were making in the second half. So anyway, so I needed to spread out. Okay, so I'm so glad that y'all enjoyed them because they are hilarious. And I have to tell you, they were, hold on, John made it on here all by himself. He did not even have to ask Casey. So everybody say hello to John. He is at home. So he's that way. He is not here with me. So everybody say hello to John. But they were, believe it or not, they were nervous. So they were nervous that they were nervous to be on here live with you all. Hello, Michelle. Oh, good, and y'all, thank you. Thank you all for welcoming John. But anyway, so I'm here at the Casey Kitchen Center showroom again this time. Needed some extra room, needed 2 air fryers. So we are gonna get going. If you are brand new with us, again, please let us know. If you are watching this later from IfYouHaveAnEgg.com, if you're watching this later from YouTube, it's just YouTube search If You Have an Egg. If you're watching it, anywhere else, and if you are brand new, still please give us a shout out because I will go back and say hello to everyone. And I have to tell you, Dusty's going to be making a lot of noise tonight. He is here with me at the showroom, and I've been making turkey bacon and eggs for part of what we're doing for the second half. I went ahead and pre-made some of it. And I gave him half of an egg, half of a deviled egg, or not a deviled egg, half of a hard-boiled egg, and he is over there growling at it. Not really sure what that's about. But anyway, y'all can say hello to Dusty too. He is, I don't know what he's doing, but he's fussing at one of the eggs. Okay, so it's April the 26th. April the 26th. Oh, the second question I had. So the first question was, can you all tell what the humidity is based on my hair? And the second thing was, has anybody seen, this is irrelevant to what we're talking about, but while I've been working today, because I did have to work today, and I'm alone in the showroom, it'll be 4.5 weeks by the time everybody gets back. So today I didn't really watch it, I had it on, what is it even called? The Hunger Games, like all 3 of them. What on earth? I don't get it. I don't understand what was going on. So somebody later explain it to me because I had all 3 of them on while I was working today. Couldn't tell you anything about it. So anyway, somebody later explain the Hunger Games to me because I don't get it. I was willing to leave them all on all day, but I don't get it. Okay, so it is April the 26th. This is chat number 170, and it is titled Time to Refresh. Whew, boy. We all need this right now. So I don't know about y'all, but I'm going crazy. I'm going crazy with all this social distancing and staying away from everybody. And hold on, we have a newbie, Lynn, L-Y-N-N. Everybody say hello to Lynn. Okay, and Susan loves the Hunger Games, and Sandra read the books. They're so much better. Well, Casey can tell you I ain't going to invest the time to read the books. So she's my reader. Her and my mom, they were my readers, But so somebody will just have to explain to me later what's going on because it's crazy. And there's one guy that I'm hoping gets. So y'all can let me know that later. Hello, Tabitha. But yes, so we had Lynn, another Lynn who was new. So everybody please welcome her. Welcome to our little group. But this is chat number 170. Time to refresh. Last week we were talking about staying on track, but I need to know who attended a Zoom meeting last week. So for you new people, if you're watching with us live here on Facebook, the way you vote or you let me know what you did, and people are already doing it. So if you attended a Zoom meeting last week, since we are not attending live workshops right now, if you attended a Zoom meeting last week, do a thumbs up. So if you were here with us, hello Jackie and hello Heather. So do a thumbs up. If you were here, if you went to a Zoom meeting last week, there is, hello Sylvia, there is a little button down here at the bottom. I can't do it right now because I'm hosting, but so do a thumbs up. And this does smell good. I can understand why Dusty's hoo-hooing. But a thumbs up if you went to a Zoom meeting last week. A heart if you were here with us last week, if you were here with us for the crazy coffee talk, or if you did both. So thumbs ups for Zoom, hearts for here, or hearts for both. So I'm seeing lots of thumbs ups and hearts. Joyce did both. Susan was with us. Sandra did both. Yeah, Alicia attended her Zooms. And I talked to a girl, I talked to Emily today, if Emily happens to be here. Hello, Patricia. Emily, if you're here, hello. Emily, if you're not here, if you watch this later, hello. So Emily and another girl in our Zoom meeting today, they've actually been attending other Zoom meetings. And I think we are past that hurdle where, you remember in the beginning, I was asking you all to limit it just to your, just like your area or like one that was close to you. Well, go ahead and start visiting some others. Apparently it was quite interesting. They had visited one in Hawaii, I think Washington State. I can't remember where all, but anyway, so to everyone who's been to a Zoom meeting or here with us or both, here are your Bravo stickers. And remember, we do still have real Bravo stickers. So if you, and Sandra went to two Zoom meetings. So if you want, and Patricia went to a Zoom meeting from Knoxville. If you went to the one today, here are your Bravo stickers. We do have real ones. You can download them from IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. But I will say, if you want to go to the same meeting, Christy tried her tea drops. You can tell us about those in a second. But if you want to attend the same Zoom meeting that I go to, of course, I cannot give you the code because you need to have an active WW membership. Hello, Loretta. And eTools to be able to access this. So no giving out the codes, everybody, okay? You need to go look for them. But if you are an active WW member and you have eTools, when you go to connect, if you look up Knoxville, we only have one meeting place in Knoxville right now. They're all the Zoom meetings are together. And I have been going to the Sunday at 2:30 one with Gwen. So if you want to attend a meeting with me, you can. You can. And yeah, Susan, they were saying there was like 70 people on there. Okay, the one in Knoxville is not nearly that busy, so we all have a chance to talk to each other. But anyway, I've been going to the one on Knoxville. It's the only one in Knoxville, and it is Sundays at 2:30, and you can attend with me. So that would be super fun. So Emily and I have been chatting because we recognized each other from here. Okay, so last week we were talking about staying on track. And yeah, staying on track during these strange times. So chat number 169 was last week. And we talked about 8 different ways to stay on track. So what I had chosen was the journaling habit. So journaling for me sometimes is a pen and paper, although that does tend to lead to doodling, and it does tend to lead to other things that are not maybe necessarily so productive, like stickers, but that's still fun. But so mine was a journaling habit, and it was to either write down, take a picture, track it, something, journal something, every single day, and it got me in a habit of writing everything down, and it's just for me. So it didn't have to be something that I shared. It didn't have to be something that I told the world about. It was just for me. So good, bad, or ugly, writing it down, plugging it in, and just keeping a journal of that. And I included a new daily habit. I already told you all about that, but I included a new daily habit of drinking cold brew every day. So I have apparently taken this quarantine opportunity to become a coffee snob, and I'm really embracing it. I'm really, really embracing it. So I have come to realize that I've been making bad coffee for a really, really, really long time. So I've been making the cold brew like the Pedal Javas. Mr. and Mrs. Pedal Java taught me how to make last week, and it not only satisfied my sweet tooth, it kept me from hunting, for other things, because I don't normally have a sweet tooth. Normally, I want something salty. Normally, I'm a chip girl, a chip or a popcorn girl. But I don't know, this being alone, it's made it super weird. I've been craving sweet stuff. So it has curbed my sweet tooth. I've had my something sweet. I've had my iced coffee in the afternoons. And so it has curbed, my sweet tooth. But not only has it done that, it's given me something to look forward to in the afternoons. I'm going to say it again. This is like the 6th time I've said it already. I'm by myself for 10 to 11 hours a day, every single day. And there are some of you introverts right now that are saying, hello, Tedders. That are not saying hello, Tedders. There are some of you introverts right now that are saying, man, I wish I could be alone for 10, 11, 12 hours a day. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. I do not play well without others, okay? So I have been coming in, already dreading the day. I mean, it was fine the first week. It was fine. I thought, oh, I'm going to get all this stuff done. I'm going to change out some displays. Everybody's going to be so surprised when they come back. And I was having fun, still bringing stuff, bringing stuff in from the UPS and the UPS and the USPS, bringing stuff in and opening it. Well, that died off after the first week. So now I have been dreading coming in every day. So having this new, journaling, like I talked about for me last week, and then making this new cold brew habit that I have, it's satisfying my sweet tooth and it gives me something to look forward to in the afternoons. So instead of at noon going, oh, I have 5 more hours by myself, 5.5 more hours by myself, I start thinking, oh, it's only 3 hours. It's only 3 hours till my cold brew. And am I going to make it caramel? And am I going to make it coffee? Or am I going to make it caramel? Am I going to make it chocolate? Am I going to make it caramel and chocolate? And I looked at some sugar-free syrups today. One of them was toffee, I think. Let's see. Knoxville. Okay. I don't know if I'm supposed to be answering this question or not, but Susan said Knoxville, Tennessee, 10:30. What day? Okay. If you're talking about the one I go to, I attend on Sundays at 2:30 Eastern time. Okay, so anyway, so that was what I did last week. Your homework for last week was hashtag stay on track. And let's see how you all did. So Sylvia, oh goodness. So Sylvia tracked her meals and her snacks as accurately as possible. Very good, Sylvia. And you know what, right now, sometimes as accurately as possible is all we can hope for. Because I know a lot of you all that are doing grocery delivery, you're having to swap out some stuff. You're not necessarily getting what you asked for. So I think that is awesome. And let's see, Sylvia says when you first put the water over your grounds, do you use hot or cold water? Cold water. It is cold brew. So it's cold water and you let it brew in the refrigerator for 20 hours. Okay. Then Sandra is staying on track by simply not buying foods that are not on program. Genius. We're trapped in our house. Hello, Melissa. We're trapped in our house, or like I'm trapped at work. Well, guess what? If I don't have foods that are not on program here, I can't eat them. So brilliant idea, Sandra, to only stock in her house what is on program. Genius. And then Divine is using this time to refocus on herself. I think that's super smart, because now while a lot of us are isolated, would be a perfect time to say, well, you didn't do that right, or you didn't do that, to beat up on ourselves. But instead, Divine is using this time to refocus on herself. She has some yummy looking breakfast the last couple of days, but she is worth it. And guess what? You are worth it too. So I think it's really important to focus on yourself. So bravo, ladies, you nailed it. So everybody who did your homework, more bravo stickers. Oh wait, Leslie created a home gym in the basement and is using cans of pasta sauce as her weights. Extra bravo stickers for that. That is awesome. That's a great idea. And I actually watched, because the one thing I do for fun every day is I do turn Ellen up as loud as it will go. So y'all are just going to have to get used to that when you come back in. But I love watching what she's making Andy do out in the backyard. But this week she showed, she had, what is his name? Chris Helmsworth, I think is his name. And he was showing Andy how to do exercises with soup cans and with a laundry basket. And yeah, it was pretty cool. Okay, this week is chat number 170, and it is time to hit refresh. So it is spring almost everywhere. Some of you all are still having kind of cold weather. We have cold, icky. It's not cold today, but it's chilly today. Icky, drizzly, but a lot of us are entering springtime. Some of you, it sounds like in California and in Texas, have jumped straight to what we call summer. But spring is not the only time for cleaning slates, for emerging from cocoons, or for blooming. So it's not the only time for that. So whether you've been sheltered at home or you were an essential worker and you've been on the front lines this last month, it's time for a refresh. It's time to rest. It's time to have a reminder of why you're here. So I think it's not coincidental that we are starting to come out of this in the springtime, because the springtime is when everything is anew, so all of the old dead plants are gone away and new ones are coming up out of the ground. Animals are starting to come out. Butterflies are starting, little worms are starting to make, what are they, Casey? Chrysalis, to turn into beautiful butterflies. So I think it's, I don't think it's a coincidence that it's spring for most of us, not all of us, but it's spring for most of us. And this is the time that we are getting to refresh. So a quick show of hands. How many of you live in a state that will be coming off of shelter in place or shelter at home or safer at home or something? How many of you live in a state that will be going back to some form of normalcy the beginning of May? So like Tennessee, and each county is a little bit different, but Tennessee is going back to, our order expires on April the 30th, which is also my sister's birthday. So y'all wish Holly a happy birthday on the 30th. But so how many of you live in a state that's going to go back to some form of normal? Betty. And Betty said the ants are coming out. Yes, they are. But we are. So in Tennessee, for the most part, not everywhere and not everything, but for the most part, we are starting to ease back into some, form of normal. So for a lot of us, this is going to be a time of renewal or a time of refreshing, because it is, it's going to be new. I don't know. It's only been a month for some of us. It's been 6 weeks. It's been 6 weeks. So it's been somewhere from 4 to 6 weeks, for most of us. If you're watching this from another country that has been, like the UK, I think is still on lockdown. Actually on lockdown. We do have friends on here from the UK. We have, India. Let me think. India, Brazil, Spain, and Italy still kind of on lockdown. But for those of us that are getting a chance to kind of spread our wings a little bit, kind of venture out a little bit. First of all, please still be careful. Still wear your mask in the grocery store. Still go ahead and take your shoes off when you come in the door. Still go ahead and use your Clorox cleaning solutions that we made and go ahead, and wipe everything down. But what I want to say is this is the spring. The spring is a time to refresh. It's a time to clean. It's a time, it's a time for things to be new. So I'm going to go ahead and tell you what your homework is, because your homework has the rest of what I was going to talk about today. So your homework is, guess what? #refresh. So we're talking about refreshing this week. So your homework is #refresh. And I'm going to list some ways to refresh. And I want you to choose one of those. That's what you're going to do for your homework, and you're going to tag me in it. Don't forget. So it's the pound sign. If you're old, it's the pound sign, refresh, #refresh, REFRESH. And the reason I spelled it out is because you're going to choose one of these and tag me in it. On Instagram, it's @IfYouHaveAnEgg. On Connect, it is @ScrapandStamp2, SCRAPNSTAMP2. On the Facebook page that we're on right now for the live, it is @IfYouHaveAnEgg. And if it is in our closed group, it is @Kelly Green Milligan. Hello, Stacy. It's @Kelly Green Milligan. And before you even get the green topped, my name should pop up. And if you are not in our closed group and you want to get in, you just need to go on over to If You Have an Egg, and maybe somebody will share the link here, or I'll try to remember to share it later. But do answer the 3 questions. If you don't answer the 3 questions, I'm getting better and better and better. It has taken me a few years, but I'm getting better and better and better at just cutting people who don't answer the 3 questions. So this is your homework. Okay. So it's refresh, REFRESH. Pick one of these. Return to basics. So go back to the basics. Pretend like we're starting all over again. Pretend like we're all starting all over again. It's been at least a month since we've been to a workshop. It may be longer than that since you've actually seen one of your other WW buddies. So return to the basics. Maybe break out your measuring spoons. Maybe go ahead and weigh some things or measure some things that you've been taking for granted. Get out your tools. Open your app. I can't tell you how many people I know, they're just like, I'm not even going to look at my app right now. I'm just going to wait until we can go back. Oh my gosh. Open your app. Even if you don't track anything, even if you just track water. So if you haven't opened your app lately, did you even know that we can track water again? So many of us whined and whined and whined and complained and begged to be able to track water. And I know, and thank you, Claudia, for sharing that, sharing the group link. But so many, and some people haven't even opened it. So return to the basics. E, eat what you pre-tracked. There are a lot of us who go ahead and pre-track. You might pre-track the night before. You might pre-track right before a meal. But go ahead and eat what you pre-tracked. Thank you, my Christy. Go ahead and eat what you pre-tracked. So if you've already taken the time to either write it in a paper tracker or to put it in your e-tools, go ahead and eat what you pre-tracked. And remember, tag me in these if this is what you do. F, focus on what a fresh start would mean for you. So what would that mean for you? I mean, like, so look, tomorrow. So tomorrow is Monday. It's a brand new day. You might be less than a week away from your state opening back up. What would that mean for you? So what does a fresh start mean for you? Does it mean that now you don't say yes to everything that you got asked before? Now, does it mean you go outside more? Does it mean you spend more time with your kids? Does it mean you take more time to meal prep? What does a fresh start mean for you? So that's F. If you choose F, that's focus on what a fresh start would do for you. R, remove clutter from your space and your mind. Okay, I'm a clutter bug. I am a clutter bug, but you're going to have to get rid of some of this clutter. I was obsessing over COVID statistics like the first 2 weeks. Every day, multiple times a day, even though they only updated it one time a day, I was checking that silly worldometer thing and seeing, okay, what country has how many and what percentage per million people and blah, 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 blah. Why? Why was I cluttering my mind with that? There was no reason for it. I stopped. I have not looked at it in over a week. So declutter your space. If you've been working from home and and that's another reason I came here, because I have let work stack up and up and up and up and up at home. So I'm decluttering it. This is work. Here, this is work, not home. So anyway, remove clutter from your space and from your mind. Don't forget about your mind. If you choose the second E, it is enjoy a new activity. So I know there's a lot of us that what our normal activity was, we can't do it right now. Still can't do it right now. Karen and I are talking about at some point in the future, what it's going to look like when we finally get to start walking together again. That's a 20 plus year habit that's been broken. So we need to find a new activity. I need to find a new activity. So E, the second E is enjoy a new activity. S is set up a success space. Okay. This is my success space right now. So I have set up the showroom so that I can be successful. I've got the refrigerator stocked with yogurt. I've got my cold brew going. I've got only good for me things. I have not filled it up with potato chips and Cheez-Its and candy and cookies and all that kind of stuff. So set up a success space. Set up a success space if you pick S. And then H of refresh, R-E-F-R-E-S-H. H is help a WW buddy with her refresh plan. You know, there's some people that don't like to doodle like this. There's some people who don't like little things like this. They could probably use your help. So, you know, if you have a WW buddy who's just like, I don't know what to do. I have no idea what to do. I wish somebody would just tell me. Then H is help a WW buddy with her or his refresh plan. So that is your homework for this week. Don't forget to tag me in it. Man, I'm right on time too. Woo! But don't forget to tag me in it. That is your homework. Refresh, R-E-F-R-E-S-H. R, return to basics. E, eat what you pre-tracked. F, focus on what a fresh start would mean for you. R, remove clutter from your space and your mind. E, enjoy a new activity. S, set up a success space. H, help a WW buddy with her or his refresh plan. Pick one. You can do all of them if you want to. If you're an overachiever, pick them all. But pick one and tag me in it for next week. So don't forget, in order to get your Bravo stickers, you need to do your homework. Okay. And we are right on time for the second half of the chat. Dusty is suddenly super excited because I made some motion or noise. I don't know what it was. Do you not know what it was? But I made some motion or noise that he is up now looking around. So he's shopping. I don't know if y'all can hear his nails on the floor. But, and Alicia's already done hers. She'll refresh. She's going to use her tools and track her water. Very good. So she already gets a pre-Bravo sticker for this week. Okay, so I'm going to take a quick break and explain to Dusty that he is not getting any of this or any more of this. He's already had an egg. And I'm going to take a sip of my water wherever Barbara is. It is time for your water. So again, you can track it. So here, look, let's go ahead and do it right now. Let's use our tools right now and get on to the WW app. And it is okay for me to touch my face because I have been here by myself and I've washed my hands about 100 times. So we're going to go ahead and go into water. It is right there. And I am going to add, and if you haven't seen it, here, let me see if I can make it do it for you all. If you hit the plus sign, did you see it? Hold on. Okay, so the little water comes up. Super, super cute. Yes, thank you, Barbara. It is time for water. And as soon as I get my drink, we will be right back for the second half. And the second half smells really good. It smells really, really good. And Melissa says she loves the tea and she sees it in our cabinet. It is so good. I have not tried the dessert yet though, the dessert teas, and they are orange cinnamon roll and I forget what the other one is, but I have not had a chance to check those yet. Okay, and I think Leslie's saying the water feature is not available in Canada soon. Sorry, but is not available in Canada yet, but soon. Okay, so this is part 2. This is the extra credit portion of chat number 170. Chat number 170 was entitled Time to Hit Refresh. So part 2, WW always, I'm not going to say always. I'm not going to say always because that would be a lie. Most of the time, they have yummy looking recipes on the orange cinnamon. Yummy looking recipes on the weekly. Right now, the bonus is you can print them. So if you are an active WW member and you have an active eTools membership, you can print the weekly, and it prints as a PDF. You can print it front and back. If your printer has that option, you can print it in color. I will say they look pretty darn good. So if you don't cram them in your backpack and wrinkle them, but they look pretty darn good. So the recipes are usually look good. I'm not going to say that they always look good. They're like, I don't know, hit or miss. Sometimes I think, oh, that looks really good. And then it has 17 steps of directions. And I think, yeah, that ain't going to happen. That's not going to happen. No. Okay. This one though, I can get into this one. This one I think will be I can just tell you I've made one. So when we get to this point, through the magic of TV, one is already ready to be tested. I think I can get into this. I think this is something that I will be making frequently. So this last week, and remember, if you didn't go ahead and log in and get this, the directions are in the If You Have an Egg group, and they've been posted several times on how to get to the weeklies. And then you just type in the week, and this is for the week of April the 19th through the 25th. So this recipe, this WW recipe, is called BLT egg sliders. So if you notice, the egg is the bread. So the egg is what's holding everything together. Well, that one looks so good, I decided we're making them today. So we're going to start at the beginning, and the beginning is how to make a hard-boiled egg. So if you all have known me for any length of time, you know I cannot make a hard-boiled egg. I can't. It's not going to happen. So instead, I am going to use my air fryer, and I'm going to show you how to hard-boil eggs in there. Now I have already made, oops, hold on. This one. So I have already made a couple. I've already made 4, but you can do, I find that you can do about 4 in the basket. I use a Simple Living Products air fryer, but I have found that you can do about 4 at a time without them touching each other. If they touch each other, they turn out funky. I don't know how to explain it, but they turn out funky. So these are just regular eggs. It doesn't matter if they're white eggs, brown eggs, cage-free eggs, whatever. I have had people say that if they are really fresh eggs, like if you are getting them straight from the chicken. They don't work as well, but these were just white Eggland's Best eggs. And when you put them down in your basket, and I can't turn it and show you, or they will all slide to the front. But when you put them down in your air fryer, and you can just put them in the basket that comes in your air fryer, or the Simple Living Products one has a little wire stand that comes with it. You can put them on that if you want to. But you're going to put these in the air fryer on 260 degrees for 16 minutes. So we're going to get that going. And remember to scoop the basket in. You don't shove it in. On a Simple Living Products air fryer, you push this middle button to get it to tell it, hey, I'm going to do something. Then you push temperature, take it down to 260. The time, you're going to put on 16 minutes and push go. Okay, and what I like about the Simple Living Products air fryer is it is super, super quiet. Super quiet. So you don't have to worry, about being able to hear, over the top of it. So I'm going to show you the rest of the ingredients while we let that go for a few minutes, because the last time that we tried to use both of them at the same time, we blew a fuse. So we're going to let that go for the 16 minutes. I will show you how to make the next ingredient as soon as we get those in, or one of the next things, as soon as we get those into the ice bath. Okay, so the next thing on this recipe is turkey bacon. So you could use regular bacon if you want to. You can use veggie bacon if you want to. The turkey bacon is just to help it stay lower in points. Honestly, the regular bacon that I use is only 1 point per slice also. A lot of times if you'll use a center cut, or like I use either Trader Joe's uncured, what is it? Black something bacon. Aldi has one called Applegate Farms. Should have really thought of these names before we started. Sometimes I get Applegate is at a regular grocery store. Applegate Sunday bacon, pretty much the same thing. The one is it Appleton? Who goes to Aldi? Where are my Aldi people? So I can't remember what the Aldi brand is called, but it's almost exactly the same name as the Applegate. There's Applegate Sunday bacon, like Appleton Farms or something like that from Aldi. Same thing, or Trader Joe's also has one. Center cut bacon. Oh yeah, so Carol Lou just said the same thing. Center cut bacon is also low in points. So they chose turkey bacon. I don't know why. Turkey bacon. Applewood. Yeah, it's Applegate and Applewood. Okay, thank you all. So thank you, Ann and Lisa. So Applewood is the one from Aldi. So, or no, Tabitha says it's Appleton. I think it is Appleton Farms. I don't know. Anyway, you'll find it if you go to Aldi. So Trader Joe's, Aldi. I got this bacon, this turkey bacon. This is Applegate turkey bacon, uncured turkey bacon. I got it at Food City across the street. I wore my mask before I went in, used my hand sanitizer, used the 2 wipes that were allowed over there. But anyway, so I got my Applegate uncured turkey bacon over there. So the turkey bacon is 1 slice is 1 point, but I think 2 slices is also 1 point. The regular bacon, the kind that I get, is 1 point per slice. And yeah, Jackie says it's a something. Yeah, I know, it is. You can use veggie bacon. So I use when I use veggie bacon, I use Smart Bacon. That's the brand that my mom used. That's the only reason I use it, just because my mom used it, and because Nana said it was good, that deemed it good. The Smart Bacon looks like bacon. It's in a strip just like bacon. I think it's the same number of points if I'm not mistaken. Okay, here's what I do differently though. So I cook my bacon, whether it's turkey bacon, veggie bacon, or real bacon. Doesn't matter what kind of bacon it is. I now cook it in the air fryer. I'm an air fryer exclusive person. We have set fire to a wall oven before trying to bake it. I have, I've made humongous messes before trying to, Lisa looked it up. It is Appleton Farms. Thank you. I have made horrific messes trying to fry bacon in the past. And I'm not kidding, Casey and I have set a wall oven on fire, like the fire department had to show up, trying to bake it. I've bought every gadget, gizmo, drip tray, whatever for bacon. So I make it in the air fryer now. If you have an air fryer, congratulations. Congratulations to you. If you don't have an air fryer, make bacon however you make it. But I will say this, the turkey bacon and the veggie bacon, both to me, I know they don't have the fat in them, but they're just not quite as, I don't know, they're not as crisp, they're not as bacony to me, which is why I end up eating a lot of regular bacon. But I know for other health reasons, a lot of you all need to eat turkey bacon. If you are meatless, by all means, please eat the veggie bacon. It is still delicious. I just need a little something extra. So when it is time to use the other air fryer, I'll show you how to cook it. But this is 2 strips of Applegate Farms uncured turkey bacon. It could have been the veggie bacon. They just don't have it at this Food City that way. But anyway, they just don't have it at this Food City across the street. So I'll have to wait until I'm brave enough to go to a different store. Right now, I'm just going to that Food City because I can go there in the morning before everybody else gets in. There's like me and like 3 other people, but in my little mask. But with the turkey bacon and with the veggie bacon, I go ahead and lightly spray it with, and I just have it on a paper towel because turkey bacon is also really drippy, I think. But anyway, so I go ahead and lightly spray the turkey bacon or the veggie bacon with a little bit of nonstick spray. You can use a little bit of olive oil in your, in your Evo sprayer if you want to. And then y'all knew this was coming. You knew this was coming. So if you've been around for any length of time, I put nutritional yeast on it. I'll show you a piece here in a second. I don't know how to explain, and I don't know why it does it, and I don't know why it does it. I don't understand the science behind it. My mom didn't have an air fryer. She's the one that got me started on the nutritional yeast. She didn't have an air fryer. I don't even know why I did it one day, but I did it on the That Man's chicken, on the chicken thighs, and it crisped them up. I mean, unexplainably. It's unexplainable. So I end up using it on a lot of things that I put in the air fryer just to help crisp them up. So this is just regular turkey bacon. The nonstick spray did not add any points, and the nutritional yeast did not add any points. But this is the second ingredient in the BLT egg sliders. So if you look it up on WW Connect, or if you happen to have already printed out your weekly, it's not going to say anything about nutritional yeast. That's just me. That's just me, and that's me cooking it in an air fryer. So I think it says just to cook it. It says cooked and halved. So now this is cold now because it's been sitting here for the first part of the chat, but this is the turkey bacon with the nutritional yeast on it. And it is quite delicious. Quite delicious with the nutritional yeast. I highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. Okay. So that was the next ingredient. Okay, was the turkey bacon. Oh, please. The next thing you're going to do, and I made extra because I have, by the time I get done, I'll have 6 eggs. I'll have more than 6 eggs. Anyway, so I made a little bit extra, but this is what you're going to use as the dressing, as the mayonnaise, as the whatever you want to call it. So according to, per these directions, you're going to take 1 tablespoon of light mayonnaise, and I use Duke's light mayonnaise. Again, I don't know, just what I've always eaten. And 1 tablespoon of plain non-fat Greek yogurt. Okay, the fact that you're cutting it with plain non-fat Greek yogurt, for those of us on green, doesn't help at all, other than it actually adds a nice little wang to it. I think the non-fat yogurt does, but it adds a nice little wang to it. Doesn't help us on the points. It does help you blue and purple ladies. So I do green. I'm on green plan on WW My Way. I'm on green. Green for 1 of these when we get done is 3 smart points. Blue and purple, it is 1 smart point. But so they have us mixing 1 tablespoon of light mayonnaise, your brand of your choice, 1 tablespoon of plain non-fat Greek yogurt, then a teaspoon of finely chopped basil, which Food City didn't have. So mine does not have basil in it. Maybe if they have it tomorrow, but, and maybe I should just grow some. And 1 teaspoon, it's 1 teaspoon of finely chopped basil and 1 teaspoon of finely chopped chives. So I've got all that in here. And then a half of a teaspoon of black pepper. Not gonna lie, I put more than a half of a teaspoon in here because I use the Dax Steakhouse. This is salt-free, MSG-free. The flavor is like none you've ever had before. This so complements a baked potato, a steak. I mean, this is literally steakhouse. Any food that you put it on tastes like you just got it from a steakhouse. So I put it in this. So it's, again, a tablespoon of light mayonnaise, a tablespoon of plain non-fat Greek yogurt, 1 teaspoon of finely chopped basil, 1 teaspoon of finely chopped chives, a half a teaspoon of black pepper. Or if you happen to have Dax Steakhouse, you can use that. If you've got everything but the bagel, you could use that. If you've got everything but the salt from Dax, you could use that. So I've got that in there. And then when you mix it together, this is a little bit more than a tablespoon and a tablespoon because I made some extra. So this is what it looks like when you get done. And now I'm not tasting it by itself. But that's what it looks like when you get done. And so you've basically made like a little yogurt mayo peppery herb dressing to go on your little egg sliders. Okay, so that is, I'll put that over here because we're gonna need that in here in just a second. Then you also needed, they said 1 medium plum tomato. This is just a little Roma tomato. I'm not a huge tomato fan, but I'm just not a huge tomato fan. So I cut these as thinly as I could. I really only, now I love ketchup, love spaghetti sauce, love all things made from tomatoes, love spaghetti sauce, love marinara sauce. But for some reason, I'm just not a big by itself, tomato fan. So I only eat plum tomatoes, Roma tomatoes, or those little grape tomatoes. And they always have to be sliced for me, sorry. I know there are some of you out there thinking, oh, beefsteak tomatoes are getting ready to come out and I could just eat a tomato and mayonnaise sandwich. Maybe I'll just make this with just tomato. That's not gonna happen. Okay, so anyway, so you need some tomatoes. So I just used a Roma tomato and sliced it thin. Let's see. Oh, then you're gonna need some kind of lettuce. And it sounds like my Christy is not a big tomato eater either. I hate it. I love growing them. Oh, I love growing them. And I love growing tomato tomatoes, but I don't eat them. Okay, then you're gonna need some kind of lettuce. And I got Organic Girl Good Clean Greens. You can use whatever kind of lettuce you want to. I needed some stuff for salads for this week. So this one, the Organic Girl, has, I got a baby spring mix. It's sweet, tender, whole baby leaves. And it says, we washed it 3 times so you don't have to. Thank you, Organic Girl. What I did do, though, is when I got back from the store earlier, then I, oh gosh, and Kimberly said Jersey tomatoes. I can't wait. But I used the wet-it cloth in the Clorox mixture, in the bleach mixture that we made, and wiped off the outside of the container. So for those of you all who've made fun of me for years for washing my bananas, I bet y'all are washing all the outsides of stuff now, aren't you? Yeah, but anyway, so I just got a nice little mix. You could just use regular lettuce. You can use any kind of green, any kind of lettuce. So I use that, and it's going to be super cute when I do get a chance to show you. Okay, so let's see. We have 4 minutes left on that. So we're going to risk it and go ahead and put the bacon in. So I'm going to get air fryer number 2 going. Where are my little tongs? Okay, so I'm going to get air fryer number 2 going. The turkey bacon, I do not cut in half. I don't cut it in half. This would also be really, really good with the candied turkey bacon recipe, which is already on IfYouHaveAnEgg.com. But if you're not going to make the candied turkey bacon recipe, which is delicious, and I had some of the regular candied bacon this morning. Oh my gosh, it's so good. I don't cut the turkey bacon though, and I do not cut the veggie bacon. So if you're making the regular bacon, I cut it in half before I put it in here, just because it's going to curl up. And if you don't cut it in half, then the ends get crispy and the middle is like almost raw. So just go ahead and put those in there. and you're going to put them straight in the bottom of the basket. Now, I've been using this today, so it's got schmutz in the bottom, but you're going to put those straight in the bottom of the basket. This is going to go in the air fryer, and remember, I have Simple Living Products air fryer, so they're easy to dial in. You can use any kind, but it's 380 degrees for 8 minutes, so we're going to go ahead and get that started. And remember to scoop. Push the button, temperature 380. Oops. For 8 minutes, and we're going to hope that that doesn't blow the breaker. Fingers crossed. And we're going to come back, and as long as those are still cooking, then we are going to come back and check on them here in about 4 minutes. The eggs will be ready to go into the ice bath in about 2 minutes, but through the miracle of TV, I already have a hard-boiled egg. What? It's not even done yet. It's not even done in the air fryer yet. But I have a hard-boiled egg that I already did in the air fryer, 260 degrees for 16 minutes. Then you drop it into an ice bath for 5 minutes, pull them out and let them sit. And I'm going to go ahead and crack that and get that peeling. So doing it this way, they are super, where's my thing? They are super easy to peel. Super easy to peel. You can go ahead and run them under water if you want to. That does make it easier to peel, but we're not anywhere near the water right now. Or I think it's my accountability buddy Karen that puts them. I think it's Karen that puts them in a jar with water and then shakes them, and it breaks the shell loose, and it kind of gets underneath the membrane to help you peel it. But so again, those of you who have been watching me for a while, you know that I can't hard boil an egg, so this would have been impossible without the air fryer. Okay. Getting close. Okay. Ooh, it's done. Okay, and it's going to beep 6 times. Here's the nice thing about the air fryer. You don't want to do this with the hard-boiled eggs because you need to put them in an ice bath. But the nice thing about the air fryer is as soon as that goes off, so as soon as it goes off, now it's going to enter a cooling mode. And so if you have made something else in it, like baked apples or something like that, they're not, and if you've wandered off and forgotten about it, they're not going to continue to cook. So they are cooling down. We need to put them in an ice bath though, so I am going to go ahead and grab them. Okay, and these are hot. They're hot. So you want to get them out with something that you're not touching it. But go ahead and get them out, put them in an ice bath. And you're going to leave them in the ice bath for about 5 minutes. So we're going to move these out of the way because I have one that's already done. Okay, WW did not say to do this. So their recipe does not say to do this. But I did this because it turned out so much better. So again, through the miracle of TV, here's an already hard-boiled egg and an already peeled hard-boiled egg. So the way you're going to make this sandwich, it's going to be sitting on its side. So I kept setting it down and it kept rolling over because eggs are round, right? So I just took my knife and I barely, and this is where Dusty got his eggs from earlier, but I barely cut the bottom off. So in essence, I made a little flat spot. So can you all see that? I did not cut far enough into it to get into the yolk, but I made a little flat spot. And then after you make your little flat spot, then you're gonna preferably lay it on a plate and not in your hand. I am a professional, do not try this at home. But so now, see, I have a flat spot, and so now you're gonna cut the egg lengthwise, like this, and try not to cut your hand open on a live Facebook video. Okay? And then open your egg up, and see you have 2 halves. You have 2 halves of an egg. And the bottom is still flat. Now you're gonna take just a little bit of the yogurt, light mayonnaise, pepper, chives, and if they'd had it, basil mixture, and put it on the bottom part of the egg, and go ahead and spread that around. So you're going to spread it around like that. Then next, I did the tomato next on my first one. So you're gonna put a slice of the tomato on there, and you're always gonna have a wet it cloth handy so that you can wipe your hands off in between. And then take a piece or two of your whatever kind of lettuce you got. So this time I'm gonna pick I'm sitting here digging through the lettuce. Okay, so I'm gonna pick a purple one and a little green one, and let me find a little frilly one. Okay, so I'm gonna do a little spinach, a little, what is this, radicchio, I think. A little piece of lettuce and that. Then I'm gonna take my bacon after the turkey bacon is cooked. Oh, hold on, we gotta flip it. Let me set this down real quick. Okay, so we're gonna flip the turkey bacon real quick. So right now, it looks like that. And you could do more than 2 pieces. I'm just only doing 2 pieces because I'm gonna end up with more than I can eat in the next day or two. You're gonna flip it over. Flip over. So flip that over. And in a Simple Living Products, when you stick it back in, it's gonna start again. So it just picked back up where we left off. Anyway, so I have my egg, the tomato, the little fancy lettuces, and now I'm gonna take my turkey bacon, even though one of them has a bite taken out of it. I'm gonna take my turkey bacon, I'm gonna put the other half on top like this. So we've made a little sandwich. You can see Dusty's like, oh yeah. So we've made a little sandwich, and I am gonna recommend, if you're not eating it immediately, go ahead and put like a toothpick, or they had these little fancy things with little twirls on the top. I didn't have any of those, I only had toothpicks. So go ahead and put that on there. You can do a little bit more pepper if you want to. If you want to put a little bit more pepper on the top, I love pepper on my eggs. So you can put a little bit more of that on top. But that is what it looks like. And again, through the magic of TV, I'm gonna hold up the one that I made earlier and this one. Oh, except I have, oh here, we can taste this. Okay, so how cute are those? Are those not super cute? Super, super cute. So this was from your WW Weekly, and I'm gonna try them here in just a second. It's from your WW Weekly. Remember, it's from week April the 19th through the 25th. You do need to have an active eTools account to be able to print that out. But let's go ahead and try this. Super excited. Oh, we're gonna be ready for more turkey bacon soon. Oh yeah. Even with the tomato on there, you nailed it, WW. You nailed it. That is absolutely delicious. Okay. So I'll be having 2 of those for dinner tonight, so that's just 6 points. So again, it's 1 smart point if you're doing blue, 3 if you're doing green, 1 if you are doing purple. I've got more eggs going on over here. I don't know, it took me, after the eggs were hard boiled, I don't know, 5 minutes? 5 minutes to make 2 of them. So, oh, and John's there. So John, do you want me to bring you one home? Because I have enough to make 2 more. So sorry, John is normally my taste tester, and he is not here because he had to go to Kentucky and back today. But anyway, so I hope everybody enjoyed it. Don't forget, if you are watching this later on YouTube, the next video is going to pop up right here. If you have not, more bacon's ready. If you have not subscribed yet, let's see. Sorry, hold on. Lisa wants to know how many for blue. It is 1. So 1 of these. One egg with the bacon, with the with the tomato, with the lettuce. On blue is 1 smart point. On green is 3. And on purple is 1. So Again, if you're watching this later on YouTube, please watch the next video. It's going to pop up right here. If you have not subscribed yet, why? Why have you not subscribed yet? You're going to click the little button down here to subscribe, and don't forget to click the little bell so that you'll know when we have new videos, which Casey should probably have this one up tomorrow. And if you want a spread shirt, like this is my Because the Egg Lady Told Me To spread shirt. These are super cute. Look at the sleeves. And I'm telling you, spread shirt, these are the softest t-shirts I've ever had. Anyway, the spread shirt link is right over here. So I'm at the risk of Dusty trying to get this, I'm going to pick him up because he is at my feet, so that he can tell you all good night. Come here, buddy. Goodness. So he has been, now see, okay, he's trying to go for the eggs, trying to go for the bacon, I guess, but he has been all quarantined up too, and is, and wanted to see you all. So Dusty, tell everybody good night. We are going to see you all next week. You all need to try and make these. I'm telling you, they're delicious. John, if you would like 2 of them, I am more than happy to make you a couple and put them in a little go container and bring them home. But everybody else have a great week, and I will see you next week. Good night.